Hello. In terms of sound in our production, what do you think we did well?
Um, Considering you had to do ADR, audio dialogue replacement, to replace your protagonist's voice, I think you did a good job of the actual quality of audio replacement. I think that was a really nice, clear bit of audio. It wasn't necessarily edited to best effect, but it was, it was quite well made.
And what improvements do you think we should make on sound and everything?
With sound, I'm not sure what equipment you used to record Caitlin in the bedroom. Which equipment did you use for that?
H4n.
Just the H4n on its own. So with Caitlin, you can hear that there's quite an ambient sound. You can hear lots of kind of room echo. It sounds like, she's recorded there in a bedroom, but it's not so crisp as the recording of Lois's voice that you used to replace Clara's. So to get a nice balance between the two, you want to record them in the same fashion, ideally, in the same location, ideally. And I would recommend using a shotgun mic for recording the live audio in the room, because it's more directional. It helps reduce that kind of ambient sound all bouncing off all of the walls, whereas the H4n with the microphones on the front, that picks up more of a ambient audio, which is where you get that echo and reverb from.
In terms of lighting, where do you think our strongest lighting was?
Your strongest lighting was in at the beginning of the scene in the bedroom. It was quite nice in terms of colouring. You'd obviously gone in and done a little bit of post-production, adjusting some levels on there, which was good to see. It wasn't necessarily balanced 100% throughout the whole of that scene, but it was generally quite good. What you need to bear in mind when you film these types of scenes is you want to have as much control over the light as possible, even if that means closing the curtains. Whatever you can do to make it so that you're providing all of the light using studio lights ideally, or whatever kind of light source you decide is best. The reason for that is because then you can make sure it is consistent throughout the whole scene. And then if you have to come back and refilm again in that same location, you bring all of that same equipment, do the exact same thing. It doesn't matter how bright it is or dark it is outside, because you control the light.
So, we think that our weakest lighting was in the room scene. So we're just wondering, what could we have done to make sure that it was controlled throughout the whole scene, and even if we were filmed it on different times, it would be the same. So what do you think we could have used to do that?
I would recommend using specific studio lights. Because of the nature of the scene, you want relatively soft lighting. So perhaps the Patterson lights with soft boxes on the front. And then if you needed to have a general kind of room light, you could use something in place of a lamp. You could use one of the Redhead studio lights or something like that, to create that kind of more, homely feeling, given that it was in someone's bedroom. I think I would argue that the lighting for the first scene was actually harder for you to control, because obviously you've chosen to do it at night. You've got very limited equipment to be able to do that. Given your availability to equipment and the fact that you're new to this course, I think you did a really good job of it. But you can see that there's a reduction in quality of the actual footage, which is caused by those low light levels. So it's not something that you could have avoided, because of that's just how the cameras that you have available work. But if you were to refilm it and have, all the money in the world to be able to buy whatever equipment you wanted, then you would film it on a camera with a larger sensor that's capable of shooting higher quality at night.
Okay, thank you.